channel.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Iron Rounds. And yeah, today we're gonna do things a little different because in honor of our 300 subscribers, thank you guys for making that happen. As always, no press fam. We decided we're gonna do something a little interesting. I will be doing this tournament solo. It's a 4th tournament and it's gonna be a Hitman or Assassins tournament. Yeah, that's right. Call it whatever you want to call it, but it's gonna be a whole bunch of really skilled fighters getting down and dirty. And instead of doing the typical beatdown episode we normally do when it comes to the tournament, I decided I'm going to do Iron Rounds, which means they're going to go 3 rounds with each other, and we're going to base those 3 rounds on who's going to win the final fight. I'm going to make the case, and then if you guys agree or disagree, you guys can leave it down on our TikTok voting poll, or you can leave it down in the comment section below. Let's get things started. Let's talk about first who's going to be in this start off. We're gonna talk about the origin stories from both of the characters. Let's start off with Kill Bill's story movie character, Beatrix Kiddo, the bride. Okay, so her origin story is pretty interesting. At first she was trained to be an assassin. She was the best in the world at doing what she did. Unfortunately, she winds up finding out that she's going to have a baby and decides to leave her job. But she leaves without telling her boss, to notice who happens to be the father of the child. So she leaves, doesn't tell him, and winds up getting married to some random guy. He gets mad, comes back with a vengeance, and hires some hit people to take her out. She winds up in a coma for a little while, and then winds up getting back on her feet and takes out all those people who did her wrong, including the baby daddy. And yeah, that's the origin story of Beatrix Kiddo, the bride. Alright, now the origin story of the Crank movie character, Chelios. So, he was a professional hitman, or assassin, whatever you want to call him, who, pissed off the wrong, I guess, mob boss or gangster. And this guy injects him with some kind of special poison that if he stops moving with his adrenaline, if he lowers it at a certain point, he could die. So Chef decides to tell him he's going to defy death by lasting the whole day rather than just an hour. And he almost spends the whole day, spends half the day getting his revenge and getting the guy who did him wrong. And yeah, that's the brief origin story of Chef Chelios, I guess. Alright, let's talk about first round. We're going to talk about range. Okay? Let's talk first about Beatrix Kiddo. Beatrix Kiddo in a fight against Chef Chelios is going to be incredibly deadly, obviously. And she's proven time after time getting close up with somebody that she can take anyone down no matter what. That being said, there hadn't been a lot of scenes where, Beatrix Kiddo was using any kind of gun. So range-wise, she only has maybe some ninja stars or something to throw in order to take out Chef Chelios. Now on the other end, Chef Chelios, sorry, it's a mouthful. Blah. He's the type of guy who actually has a weapon, and when he has a weapon in his hand, he can pretty much shoot a target from any kind of distance in any kind of intense situation. He's fearless when it comes to fighting with a piece in his hand. So he could really do some damage if he has a gun. So between the two, it's like a gun and a knife fight situation. I have to say that from range-wise, Chef Chelios has got a better shot at taking out Beatrix, and Beatrix has it throwing that sword and being able to take Chef down completely. So I give the first round from range-wise to Chef Chelios. Okay, round 2. Close up. Okay, between the two, obviously Chef Chelios is one of the most fearless ones. He just kind of comes up with improvisation when it comes to fighting. He's also not afraid of taking on any kind of person with bullets or anything like that. He will come at you regardless. He has no fear in him, I guess, considering the fact that he's going to die, I guess. So close up, he's pretty deadly. He's thrown down a couple times without a gun and beaten some guys with his bare fists. He's even been able to improvise by using like a hatchet or something, or even some lube to shove a shotgun up somebody's butt. The guy is dangerous beyond compare, so you don't want to get close up with the guy because he will do some damage. That being said, Beatrix Kiddo has got this in the bag. Come on, guys. I'm just kidding. Hey, let me explain why. Close up, we already explained close up. She's one of the most deadliest assassins out there. I mean, she took down a lot. She took down five of the most deadliest assassins alive. She beat them hand to hand, one by one. One of them even buried her alive, and she still beat him. Well, I mean, she didn't get her revenge, but she got to beat the girl who was trying to kill her in her sleep. Okay, she fought an army. Okay, just to put this at rest, she fought an army of samurai like gangsters. Okay, so yeah, she's got this in the bag close range. She could rip the eye out. She could use her samurai sword. She could beat her with her bare fist. She's that good. Sorry to say, Chef Chelios might have the strength and advantage, but as far as skills wise, I got to give this Beatrix Kiddo. She could put him down using that technique that took down Bill. So this round goes to close range, goes to Beatrix Kiddo, the bride. All right, round 3, get it done. All right, the two are obviously the most impressive fighters out there. Chef Chelios and Beatrix Kiddo. They're both really good when it comes to holding a weapon. They're both pretty good when it comes to fighting people with their bare hands. And obviously Chef Chelios, you can't really dismiss him because you can't really put him down that easily. He took some kind of electric bolt shock. I mean, he got tased by a dog collar. He had his nips clamped up with some like jumper cords. I mean, the guy is crazy, but he did some crazy stuff, but he was strong and he's fearless, and on top of that, he's also very dangerous, especially when he has nothing left to lose. He fell off a helicopter, for crying out loud. Okay, there is a lot to say that Chef Chelios is a tough guy to put down, no doubt about it. Beatrix Kiddo, you know, obviously has been put down before, but she got back up. So point being, who is going to win this fight? Obviously the bride is impressive, so I'm going to give it to her. Okay, you're wondering, okay, well, why wouldn't you explain all the details? I'm going to explain. Beatrix Kiddo, the bride, is obviously the much more skilled fighter. She obviously, without a gun, could do a lot more damage, and she always has that samurai sword. Between the two, eventually Chef Chelios, if Beatrix Kiddo just waits, he's going to run out of bullets. He's going to keep trying to shoot her, but he's going to run out of ammo. When that happens, all she has to do is come up with her samurai sword. He doesn't have anything against that. I forgot, I think it's called a Hansul sword. He has nothing against that. That sword is deadly. If she even loses that, she can also do the little pressure techniques. Again, her skills outmatches his. He might be more dangerous, might be more fearless. He might have more like anger in him to go aggressively at somebody. But Beatrix Kiddo has something to lose. On top of that, her skills alone has proven time after time, after training with one of the best masters out there, she's proven time after time that she's not easy to put down. She was buried alive and she got out of that thing by herself using her own fists. At the end of the day, Beatrix Kiddo has this round in the bag. Give it to her. So on me, my rating on this is that, or sorry, my result to this is that she's going to go on to the next round. So the bride goes on to face on the next people in the tournament. But if you guys agree or disagree, you guys can always leave it down in the comment section below, or you guys can wait until our TikTok polling shows up. Our TikTok, if you want to find out where that is, it'll be down in our comment section below. Has all the details where you can find us. Our TikTok will have a polling where we'll decide whether or not you guys agree with my argument or you guys think that Chef Chelios should move on to the next round. And if you guys decide that you don't agree with my argument, Chef Chelios moves around. If you guys agree with my argument, the kid Beatrix Kiddo moves on to the next round. And as always, no press fam. Really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.